The last time I spoke from the Psalms, I used Psalm 2. Today, the Lord my God, chapter 3 of the Psalms. We have already laid the groundwork that David was one of the primary authors of the compilation of the Psalms. There were several others. Solomon, Moses, the sons of Asaph, and several others made their contribution to the Psalms. We've gone to the Psalms many times for comfort, direction, humility, and striving to do God's will. So if you found Psalm 3, let's see if we can relate this in some way to young people. Granted, you know that the Bible is not given to a particular age group. As a matter of fact, when David wrote the Psalms, he was primarily a young man, especially these first set of Psalms. So God's word is applicable to everybody, young or old. I am hoping, therefore, that all of the young people in our service today is in possession of a Bible. If that is true in your case, may I see a hand, please? All the young people? I know the older ones have. One of the worst things young people can do is think, this is my parents' church. I just go, this is their church. But do you know that their God ought to be your God too? You will see from the Lord my God here in chapter 3 or Psalm 3, David relied and made God his friend. And all I'm asking you today, young people, is that you make God your friend. My first Bible was given to me as a young man. I was going to a Sunday school, and they had put out a challenge. And the challenge was, beginning today, we would like you to start reading through the Bible consecutively. At the end of this arduous reading assignment, we will give a Bible to those who completed the task. They didn't tell us when to complete it, but I dutifully read through the Bible from cover to cover. And as someone said, and the cover too. When they did announce that this is the day that the contest should have concluded, and all of you who read the Bible through as was requested, would you please stand? I got up because I had faithfully. That's one of the things with young people, they don't stick to it. They don't have stick-to-itiveness. I had read the Bible through from Genesis 1 to Revelation 22. So at an early age, I was given my first Bible, and I utilized it. So I'm saying to you young people, get a Bible. I'm saying to you parents, be sure your child has a Bible that he can read, and he should read it every day. That's how I got through mine. I read it every day. Psalm 3. Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Does that sound like the cry of a young person? Oh, people trouble me. Some of them don't talk to me. Some of them don't fellowship with me. Some of them don't want to have anything to do with me. David, as a young man, is saying, Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. And no doubt you have enemies. When you decided through your parents to come here to attend God's church, many people were against you. They laugh at you. If you go to Saturday church, Sunday is the right day. And the thing with that is, young people, you've got to have an answer. You've got to let them know that I'm going with my parents, but I like that church, and I'm glad I'm going because I'm learning the ways of God. And they're going to be against you, and they offer you drugs, they offer you sex, and all the other things that are thrown in young people's path. They're going to be against you when you say, no, thank you, I don't need it. I'm striving to follow God's way. Verse 2, many there be which say of my soul. There's that word that troubles a lot of people's soul. What is your soul? In our understanding, your soul is your life. Let's say of your life, there is no help for him in God. Has your parent ever said to you, you're going to be nothing? You're nothing. You're no good. And you tend to feel defeated and frustrated and out of it. But if God be your friend, you always have a friend in God. They might turn you away. Oh, we have enough for the side already. You got to sit aside. You're not on a team. But God offers to help you, and God offers to be your friend. Verse 3, but thou, what is thou? Oh, that's an old English word. Where you see the word thou, insert the word instead you. So how does that verse read? But you, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of mine head. How many times have your parents said to you, hold up your head, boy, walk upright, walk straight? A guy that said that he practiced holding his head down, and at a certain age he found 1,000 pennies, a couple of pins. No, you need to hold your head up. God has promised to be the lifter up of your head. Lift up your head, Zoe Gates, says Psalm 24. You didn't get to that yet. Lift up your head. Walk erect. Your parents and God gave you life. Utilize it wisely. And make God your friend. David says, I cried unto the Lord with my voice. Let's stop there. Young people, you can cry unto God. You might turn to God when exam time comes. Lord, help me to pass. But it should be a daily practice on your part, as it ought to be on your parents' part, to cry unto God. Seek the face of God. You're not too small. You're not too young. Remember the story of David? Went out against the lion. Went out against Goliath. Went out against the bear. And in later life he went out against armies, because he learned at an early age to lift up his voice unto the Lord. Not only that, but what does the rest of that verse said? And he heard me out of his holy hill. One guy said on the radio, he said, this thing about praying, I can't see what people talk about praying. He said, I got down on my knees, and all I got was my knees were hurting me after. I felt stupid, said he, talking to somebody I couldn't say. All of you look forward to being in love, if you aren't there yet. Can you see love? No. Love is that funny feeling down inside. An itch that you can't scratch. No, but God hears you when you call upon him in sincerity and in truth. And he expects you to live in obedience to him, as he expects the parents to do. Selah. Selah means stop, all right? That's the end of that. But he goes on. He was so filled with anticipation and seeking God. I laid me down and slept, comma. How many young people can't sleep at night? Too many problems? Too many decisions to be made? God has promised to give his beloved sleep. So if you walk in accordance with God's way, he will give you sleep. I awakened, for the Lord sustained me. God is our sustenance. God will keep you, young people. God will help you to overcome. God will bring you to maturity. And hopefully by the time you get to maturity, through puberty, you will find that God has sustained you. Verse 6. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people. And that's the determination you ought to have. You make your stand for God, 10,000 people can come against you. I will stand for right. I will say no to wrong. Who does not remember the 3 Hebrew boys? You remember them? Yes, I heard somebody. Shadrach, Meshach, somebody said Shack. Shadrach, Meshach, and somebody said a bad Negro. Abednego. I heard that one too. Though 1,000 come against me, I will stand for right. I will stand for God. They've set themselves against me round about. Have you ever asked, why are people against me? What have I done? What have I done? People will set themselves against you for no reason that you can justifiably come up with. But that is the type of world we live in. So even though they are round about you, they set themselves against you, God will give you his overcoming spirit. Arise, O Lord. How many times in this chapter of 8 verses do we find the word, O Lord, O Lord, O Lord? And that's why we call it God, the Lord my friend. You call people by their first name because of the affinity, the vibes. Arise, O Lord, and save me. The word save is very widely utilized in Christian circles. We don't use the word much in God's church. We speak about a calling. Those of us who had an evangelical background say, yeah, the Lord save me. Aye. Save is redemption. Save is coming to a knowledge of Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. And that is not beyond the young people. You can come to that place that you can call out to the Lord to save me. It was Peter who saw Jesus Christ walking on the water. And as he looked, he said, that's the Savior. That's the Lord. The Lord, my friend. Lord, bid me come to you. Jesus said, come, Peter, step out of the boat. And he did. And when he thought of the fact, I'm walking on water. I am a giant. And you know, when young people get to the place where they feel that I am doing this, look what I am doing. What happened to Peter can happen to you. You begin to sink. What was his cry? The shortest prayer. Lord, save me. 3 words. Jesus reached out and saved him. Here again, David says, the Lord save me. Oh my God, for thou, what we said about thou is you. Thou hast is has. Those are old English terms. Thou and hast. You have smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone. Cheekbone is here in the face. God can deal telling blows to those who become your enemies for whatever reason. Listen to the rest of the verse. You have broken the teeth of the ungodly. Have you ever had a broken tooth? Have you ever had a front tooth to break? I don't mean extracted. Just break in half or something. Or the corner. You know how uncomfortable that is. You don't want to smile. That's what God has promised to do to those who molest you, those who wouldn't leave you alone. He's smitten them upon the tooth of the ungodly. And then the last verse of Psalm 3. Salvation. What is salvation? Salvation is the offer of God to redeem mankind, to bring them back. And that includes you. Young though you might be, God offers you salvation. God offers to redeem you because Christ Jesus died for you as well. Salvation belongs unto the Lord. Yes? The subject, the Lord, my friend. Salvation belongs to the Lord. And if you make the Lord your friend, He will give you salvation, because that's why He sent His Son, Jesus Christ. Your blessing is upon your people. Selah. Stop. God has promised to bless you if you obey Him. More so, if you make Him your friend. Young people, older people, make God your friend, and you'll find Him to be the best friend of all. Solomon said, He's a friend that sticks closer than a brother.